All right, so here we go, friends. This video is not, I promise you, I'm not ranting. I am just explaining something to you. Okay, so this video is about when to use model in place, an in-place family, and when not to. Okay, I recently saw a family that was an in-place family that was, okay, work with me. It was in a kitchen, and the person had built the cabinet, the base cabinet over here, and right next to it, the base cabinet with a sink in it, and then over here, another base cabinet with drawers, and another base cabinet with doors, and built the countertop, all in-place families, okay? They had also, in that same family, built the wall cabinet and another wall cabinet over here and some shelving. Okay? All of that in one family. And then a larger cabinet, I think that had like for, it was a tall cabinet for kitchen, a broom and stuff like that. All inside one family. And so when you went to just resize a cabinet to be an inch wider or half an inch wider or whatever, you couldn't. You had to actually hit edit family and go and move the pieces of wood and the individual pieces and extend the countertop. You had to actually go into the in-place family and move individual items. You couldn't just click. Okay? So let me show you and talk. Okay, so here's the deal. If you can put a family, let's just say you're building a building, and you can put a family on a truck and ship it to your site and then install it, it should be a family. It should not be built in place. Okay? Like a toilet, like a window, like a door, like a base cabinet, like a wall shelving unit, like any type of piece of furniture or carpentry, even countertops, everything. There's so many hundreds of items that you put on a truck and then you drive it to the site where you're building your building. Then you take it off the truck and you put it in the building and you set it down. Okay? Those are supposed to be RFAs, Revit families. You build them and you use them in multiple projects. The only reason that you would use in-place family is if you needed context. If you absolutely could not build the object over here in the editor and then put it on the truck and deliver it and install it because you needed the geometry of the building, okay, in order to build it. So I'll give you an example now. All right, so let me just put my face over here. All right, and open up Revit. And I'm going to give you guys an example. Okay, this is a small example. I'm going to go to 3D, okay? And this is a perfect example of what I'm dealing with is maybe, oh, there we go. The perfect example is this guy here. Let's just suppose, okay? Let's just suppose that this was not a, this was a gable end. So I'm going to say edit footprint. I'm going to click on this line and tell it not to define a slope, okay? And so we've got, it's popped up, okay? And right here, let's just say, I'm going to delete that soffit for now. Okay, let's suppose that at this edge, in fact, I only want this to overhang 1 foot. Look at me, I'm doing too much thing. This one, I only want it to overhang. Okay, 1 foot. Okay. And done. There we go. Okay. So let's suppose over here, oftentimes on buildings, they have a little, I don't know, there's a little triangle over at the edge, and it's the extension of the soffit over into a triangle so that it catches, so you don't see the edge of the soffit sticking out over there, okay, sometimes. that is a good example of building things right in place. And I'll show you how you would do it. You would come up here to Component, and on the drop down, click on Model in Place. Okay? And then you pick the category, and this is part of the roof, so I would just pick Roof. Okay? And I'm going to give it a name, and these are little that's it. Gable and triangles. Okay, let's just keep it simple. So when you get into this mode, it wants to know what plane it's working on. So I'm going to say set the work plane, pick a plane, and I'm going to be working on the end of this. Okay, so I just pick the end of that board. Okay, and then I say I would like an extrusion at this point. And I'm going to pick that corner, and I come over, and I don't know how far over to go, okay? But I'll just go a little ways, and I'll pick this edge, and that's the edge I want. And what I want for vertical line is the face of this wall, okay? So it has built the little triangle there for me, and maybe I want this soffit to overhang maybe 8 inches, okay? Easy. So I just offset this line 8 inches. Without making a copy, we'll actually move it the 8 inches. There we go. And if I use trim to clean up these pieces, now this is the triangle that I'm talking about. And I need one on the other side. I can build one at the same time on the other side. So I'll pick this, offset the 8 inches, and the triangle goes from that corner down. So look, I have built both of these at the same time, inside the same sketch, all right? And now I need to extrude them back to the building. So I don't want to extrude them. It suggests that 0 is to start, which is this plane that I've picked. And I'm going to go minus the 1 foot. Minus 1 foot, okay? When I'm done. And so I check the box, and bam, finish model, okay? So that's what we're talking about. And if these are the exact same material, if they're the exact same material, I can use join geometry. And let me just see if join will make that and the roof clean up to each other. Okay, let me get the materials correct here. Let me find out what this material is. I'm going to show you how this works. We got time. Okay, structure. Okay, that is a wood rafter 2x12, okay? And so if this is the exact same material, okay, wait. If this is, I'm going to say edit in place, and I pick, okay, I'm going to pick this object, okay, and it needs to be the same material. So I need to make it the 2x12. You're with me? So that it joins with it. So I'm going to say the 2x12 in my search. Here's a wood joist, wood rafter. Wood rafter 2x12 is what I'm going to change the material to. Check the box. And there you go. It has joined to that material. Just want to show you how that works. That's a good reason right there for building in place. A model built in place, because I needed the context. I needed the building to be there so that I could build it correctly. For everything else, I encourage you, build models, install them. If you can put it on a truck and drive it to the building site and install it, it should be a family. All right? I hope that helps you to make a decision in your building when to use families and when to build an in-place family. All right? If you've got any questions, put them in the comments section below and we'll go from there. All right? Talk to you later. Happy Reviting.